What's going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 3 of the Barcelona B career mode. And in this episode we're going to be playing our first league game, I believe. I think it's our first league game, yeah it is. But first of all, we've got some transfer news to be done, and there was a lot of players that I was interested in, one being Januzaj. And the reason I was interested in Januzaj, I didn't really want to jump on the bandwagon, too much, because in my opinion he is a good player, but he's a tiny bit overhyped. I mean, Yes, I'm sure he's going to be a great player for us. If we can sign him, that would just be brilliant. But, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon because I think he's just a fantastic player in real life. He had one good game, but, he's definitely got the potential to be a really good player in real life and in this game. And once again, Sergio Canales, the deal was declined, and it was very hard to sign any players. And not only just trying to get the transfer fees accepted, but later on contracts were pretty difficult, and that's mainly because we're in the Liga Adelante at the moment, and these players that we're going for are quite big players, and to try and bring them to the club is very hard. You need to give them high wages or higher wages than they're asking for, bigger roles than they're asking for, more like goal bonuses if they score, etc. But it was hard enough just trying to get teams to actually accept offers, and I was getting really worried that we wouldn't sign anyone, even though we had a healthy budget of about 41 million. And Morata, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to sign him, because I've already bought back Deulofeu from loan as per request from some people, and Deulofeu is so far our best player in the team, and we really need to change that, because Deulofeu, I love him on this game. I mean, on Ultimate Team, he's an absolute god. But you can see here, Hugo Mallo, I was also interested in him. He looks like a really, really solid right back, and he's certainly got potential to be really, really, really good for us and improve our defence tenfold. And Christian Tello as well, or Teo, I'm not sure how you say it, I think it's Teo, but he was a player I was interested in as well, because although we've got a lot of left wings, right wings, we're playing a 4-3-3, so bringing him in may not be realistic, but you can see I was also interested in Julian Draxler and Victor Fischer. Victor Fischer looks like an absolute beast. I mean, I think he's got 5-star weak foot, the same as last year, and he's only 19 as well. Apparently he's worth 10 million. I think I can get him for a lot less, so I offer 6.5 million plus Quintilla. And ST Schalke, I was inquiring into Julian Draxler just to see what they'd value him as, I guess, and it was something like 20 million. So that's definitely something that I won't be able to afford. But the deal for the goalkeeper was accepted, and I'm just going to call him that from now on, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce his name. And also for Januzaj, and hopefully we can bring him in, because he's going to be a lot better than the right wing we have at the moment. He's going to be playing on that right wing spot. Hopefully he can be solid for us. And you can see here that we offered for Alvaro once again, but Real Zaragoza were not shifting. I offered them a lot of money, for the player that he was, and they just weren't accepting it. And Pedro Obiang here is a really good player. He can play at cam, he can play at CM, he can play at CDM, and I just really hope that we can sign him. But you can see here that a few transfer offers were accepted, a few were not accepted. Sergio Canales doesn't look like he's going to be coming to the club. I offered him so much money, and they just weren't accepting it. But Munain here, the transfer offer was accepted. I think it was something like 13 million plus Paul Calvert. So if we can get him to the club, that'll be great, and Morata as well. But it's going to be difficult. I did an AS Monaco career mode actually last year on FIFA 13 when they were in League 2, and it was very difficult to sign players. They had a lot of money. Yes, they did. They had about 80 million transfer budget, but it was really difficult to convince players, especially of their calibre. I was going for world-class players. They just didn't want to join. They said that the league wasn't prestigious enough. I'm used to playing in better leagues than this, and it doesn't look like we're going to sign Oliver Torres either, even though he is one of the best young talents on career mode, and that's a little bit of a shame. But The transfer offer for Christian Teo as well was accepted, and Adnan Januzaj was accepted as well. Hopefully we can bring him in, but Hugo Mallow, first contract declined, and, you know, it's either I love living here or, you know, I don't want to relocate. I don't think this move suits me as I'm a top player at my club, you know. There's a lot of other ones as well, but they're all the same, just interpreted a little bit differently. But you can see Morata declined the contract once again. So I tried to offer him a new contract just to see if I could get him to the club. But Christian Teo, I'm gonna say both, you know, every now and again, because I don't know how to say his name really. I think it's Teo. I think it is, yeah. And Victor Fisher, though, the transfer offer was declined, so I don't know why I offered the same. It's a bit stupid of me. I should have upped the deal so that he would be convinced to come to the club. And we are going to be going into our first game here of the league against Hercules CF, I think it is. And this is a real worry. We haven't signed any players yet. We still got pretty much the same team. The only difference is we've brought Deulofeu back from loan, and also another striker. I can't remember his name. I think it's Rafinha, or I'm not 100% sure, but we do need another striker, so I decided to recall him from loan just in case we didn't manage to sign a striker. But Hercules CF, I'm not really sure about any of these teams if they're solid or not, but Hercules seem to be quite a solid side. But in the 18th minute here, we start things off. A mistake from the defender, Deulofeu's first touch of the ball, and he manages to score in the 20th minute to make it 1-0. And already making an impact on the team. I just felt it click straight away. He's such a solid player, and, you know, with the pace he's got and the skill he's got, he can get past any defender, especially in this league. This league is, you know, not the most prestigious league, that's for sure. But Dongu Tusafak gets put through here, but unfortunately the defender really did well there, managing to stop him from getting a goal for himself. I think that would have been his first goal, but, you know, he hasn't really shone through yet. You know, maybe it's because I'm not playing him in the right position. Maybe he should be in a two-striker formation instead of a, you know, one-striker formation up front. Maybe that's not working with the wingers. I don't know, but it's a default formation, so maybe he'll come into play very, very soon. But, you know, we almost got very unlucky there. They hit the post just about, and, you know, there was so much aids there. I mean, he tripped over, and then our player tripped over their player that had just fallen over. It was just absolute rubbish. But you can see here in the 45th minute, they get put through here. We put enough pressure on them and they miss it. And that was really, really lucky from us. You know, we really needed to get that 2-goal lead because they were still in the game. I'm pretty sure they are quite a solid side, but we're going to half-time nevertheless. And we are 1-0 up, and Deulofeu getting that crucial goal, putting us 1-0 up. And it was a really, really great finish, actually. I know the goalkeepers in this league aren't going to be the best, but you can see we had 61% possession. We were really playing that Barcelona football. We were doing fantastically in that aspect. But, you know, they were still piling on the pressure. In the 59th minute, they were, well, they got a corner from that. And I'm not really sure how. That was pretty ridiculous. I thought that we'd be able to clear it out, and to be fair, Agostino Carr is a solid centre defensive mid. I mean, he just cleared that off the line. That would have gone in, no doubt. And, you know, it took a while for us to actually make a clearance because it just kept falling back to them. But in the 75th minute here, really lovely through ball, and I could do nothing about that. David Ferrero making it 1-1, drawing up the game, tying it up, and, you know, it's the 75th minute. We still got 15 minutes to get that goal. But the only problem with this team is it seems to push up the field so much. And I'm not 100% sure how to take off high pressure, because I know that's their default tactic, I guess. But I'm not sure how to change the tactics permanently. I don't know if there's a way of doing it. But Marco Bueno there gets very, very close, but the goalkeeper comes up with a great save, although it was a very, very poor shot indeed. And you can see there, straight at the keeper, not even curling around him. And if it did curl around him, we probably would have scored that. And, you know, it's late on in the game, it's the 81st minute, and Agostino Carr swings in a cross. We can't get anything from that. And for some reason, I did a chip there, and it almost worked. It almost worked. You know, the only problem I'm finding at the moment is that until I can get my new controller, and because my left bumper isn't working at the moment, so I had to change the controls a little bit. So at the moment, I think RB, the right bumper, is RB, and Y is to do through ball, but apart from that, all of it is the same. Apart from LT and B is finesse shots, so it's quite a bit different, to be honest, in the mechanics, and I'm still not really getting used to it. And I'm gonna have to wait till Monday or Tuesday now before I can get my new controller that's working. And we got some transfers here, and a lot of contracts were declined. This is what I was expecting. The club is not prestigious enough for me. The league is shit. All of that rubbish. And you can see Morata declined the contract offer. No matter what I offered this guy, he just didn't want to. And I was just like, mate, I'm offering you a crucial squad role, and you're not going to get any game time at Real Madrid. We all know that. There's Benzema, there's Jesse Rodriguez. You really think you're going to get game time? You're making a big mistake. But Pedro Obiang, I was tempted to bring him in, but they didn't want Agostino Carr, so I decided to offer. I'm not sure who I offered. I think it was Ile, or Ilie. I think it's Ilie. Yeah, that's how you say his name. And 7.3 million just to see if I could bring him to the club, because he has got a lot of potential, and also he's Spanish, which kind of makes it a little bit more realistic. But like I said, we don't have to sign Spanish players as long as they're young and a little bit realistic. Then it's fine. But the goalkeeper declined the contract because he was insulted. He was insulted by my contract, by my squad role that I offered him, and I've never seen that before. That kind of made me laugh, to be honest. It's just so ridiculous that a player of his calibre can get insulted by a squad role. It's just stupid. But Ruben Pardo, the transfer offer was accepted, and hopefully we can bring him to the club because he is a solid player. But Munayin, no matter what I did, he just didn't want to come. He was just refusing. He was like, nope, even though you're giving me loads more wages, I'm not a money whore. I'm not coming to this club. And, it's the same with, I think, Alvaro, he's not going to be coming to the club, it looks like, and that is a little bit disappointing. But maybe in the January transfer window. But guys, if you've enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 4 for the transfer deadline window. Thanks for watching.